War didn't destroy empires. They were already dead. They just didn't know it yet. When we think about fallen empires, we imagine burning cities, massive battles, and enemies breaking through walls that once seemed impossible to breach. History teaches us to blame war for collapse because war is loud, violent, and easy to see. But the real reason empires fall is far quieter, slower, and much more dangerous. Most empires are already dying long before the first enemy soldier ever arrives. War is rarely the cause of collapse. It is usually the final test an empire fails. At their height, empires appear unstoppable, controlling trade routes, resources, technology, and powerful armies across vast territories. From the outside, they look stable, organized, and permanent, almost immune to failure. But inside these empires, small, invisible cracks begin to form within their systems. Institutions that once existed to serve people slowly shift toward protecting their own power and influence. Laws are no longer applied equally, and accountability quietly disappears. Leadership stops focusing on long-term stability and becomes obsessed with personal survival and control. Corruption spreads gradually until it feels normal and unavoidable to the population. Honesty becomes dangerous, while silence and obedience are rewarded. This internal decay weakens an empire far more effectively than any foreign army ever could. The Roman Empire is one of the clearest examples of this pattern repeating itself. Rome did not fall because of one decisive invasion or one powerful enemy. For centuries, Rome continued to win wars while slowly losing its political integrity and social cohesion. Economic inequality grew, public trust collapsed, and political power became increasingly unstable. By the time barbarian armies reached Rome's borders, the empire was already hollow inside. War did not destroy Rome. It merely exposed weaknesses that had been ignored for generations. This same story appears again and again throughout human history. The Ottoman Empire controlled enormous territories, but resisted reform while the world around it rapidly changed. Its military power declined, institutions stagnated, and innovation was seen as a threat rather than a necessity. When military defeats finally arrived, collapse was no longer preventable. The Soviet Union collapsed without a single invading army crossing its borders. Its downfall came from economic failure, rigid ideology, censorship, and complete disconnection from reality. Massive resources were spent maintaining the image of strength instead of fixing real structural problems. Eventually, the system became too heavy, too inefficient, and too fragile to survive. Empires collapse when adaptation becomes impossible. When loyalty matters more than competence, and power matters more than truth. War simply delivers the final blow to systems that are already broken. It reveals weakness, but it does not create it. History shows that collapse is usually slow, silent, and ignored until it becomes unavoidable. People living inside failing empires rarely realize what is happening until it is too late. The lesson is clear. Empires do not fall because of war. They fall because they rot from within.